take it, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pull out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Mahomes now on first down, rolling to his right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Mahomes now on first down, buying time to his left. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground.
The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Mahomes looks to throw on third down, eluding the pressure right. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first. On first down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelce. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Yellow, how's the blue lady? Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Pete.
They'll try and get it home with Sherman, the fullback. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo and their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
He's coming.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson to Boyle here over the middle. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. After one, 7-0. On EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. 10 more there and another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic. Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive? I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive. We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down and 4, Mahomes. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Patrick Owasor, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of. Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out. Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Jackson throwing again. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Ingram.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Exit. He's coming. Wait.
Now it's Jackson looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. He's at the 50. The 30, past the 20, and they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. To try again after the sack. Mahomes forced out to his left. And it's caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, first down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yellow, I got little lady. Oh, yeah, here we go again. Here we go again.
They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial truck? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? There goes Mark Ingram. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 77 yards, and the Ravens cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
2 times. We got 3.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's McCoy. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 31 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check 53's mine. Check 50.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 6. Hey, hold on. Check right, check right. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, we talked about the Madden Classic earlier, but we should also remind you the time is running out to represent your favorite club in the Madden NFL Club Championship. 32 of the best Madden competitors in the world will face off in the final live from the EA Broadcast Center in December. Register today for a chance to take home a piece of the largest prize pool in MCS history, over $700,000. Visit MaddenChampionship.com/compete by October 7th to receive a bonus Team Elite Fantasy Pack in Ultimate Team. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to LaShawn McCoy. And it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Mahomes takes it himself. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Come on, set. Check 56. Here we go, here we go.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind.
56, right there, 56. Blue down.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson will throw again, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
At the 27-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him to 1st. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Yellow. I'm on. Check 41.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Check. Yellow. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got 3 down.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. On second down, it's McCoy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Matt Judon. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Now Jackson. Brought in left side by Snead. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, and that'll be incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for McCoy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes flush to his right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll go again to McCoy. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist, my bitch you wanna be famous, they act like they made us. You know I'm icy in Vegas. This for the haters.